All right, welcome back to NXL 2025. This is your debut of the season action. I'm Matt Falby, and I'm joined by Logan Hansel. Logan Hansel of Shut Up We're Trying. And introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? It's Logan Hansel here from Shut Up We're Trying, semi-pro. We just got our butts kicked.
I didn't want to say it. You said it.
I'll take it, man. It was deserved. They're playing really good. They're playing pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we could not get into the snake off the break against them. So
there's a big shooting lane over here on the snake side. If you want to try to get into it on the run out, it's tough. I think, and I haven't seen teams do this yet, but I think one of the keys to getting the snake, tell the coach I said this, you owe me a buck, is to send a runner to that mini Dorito, he overslides, and then crawls in at an angle. I think that's the safest way into the snake off the break.
Yeah. Yeah, they were able to make it to the corner a couple times against us. Who we got over here? Armada and Shock?
Yeah, we're going to be watching Armada and Shock.
Okay.
Armada's going to be on your left, Shock on your right.
I know most of these Armada guys from the Mexico events.
Well, you are well-traveled. All right, Armada's immediately going to get a check and going to lose their mini Temple player over there on the Dorito side. What do we got on the other side?
We got Thomas Taylor over here in the back center. Okay. There's that jet and the money.
Without a mohawk, I don't recognize Thomas Taylor.
Right. He fits in with the rest of the kids.
It's so weird for me to think of Thomas Taylor as the old guy on the team.
Yeah.
Because he was always the young punk. All right, so 4 and 5 in favor of Shock.
Oh, Armada got the wide kill. Now they just got to sit there and not let him out.
So 4 and 4. There we go. Armada's into the snake now. Snake 1. They're going to bypass the snake 2. This tower is crucial to stopping the move from snake 2 up to that snake mini wall.
It's different for us because at practice the tower could see the snake 1 to snake 2 gap where that guy just crawled to.
Yep.
And on this layout you cannot see that.
No,
so that's kind of messing with some people's shots. I don't know if it's everybody or if we just had the layout set up wrong.
You can drop a shot in between the snake 3 and snake 2 to stop the move.
But we were able to do it from 1 to 2 and now we can't. So
Different
they're just flowing down this side from us.
So Shock just dropped a couple more players. Armada now up to this 50 brick on the snake side. Armada's well in control at this point. Even worse for Shock. I don't think they're aware of this brick being hot. Yeah, that's Arietta for shot. He's free to do whatever he wants. Nobody even knows he's there yet. Oh, nice shot. Arietta blows up the that mini Dorito.
Let's see if this still holds, but apparently this side's the win side. That side's the lose side. So we'll see. We'll see if Shock switches, and if Shock gets a point, then my theory must be correct.
I didn't track which side was winning. The first thing, as soon as you said that, you know what I looked at? I looked at where the sun is.
Yeah.
Right now the sun is behind my back, which means it's split.
The Dorito side can't see anything inside.
Yeah, that's true. Your Dorito side's going to have a very hard time looking over to this snake side during the morning hours.
They love us because they always give us the 7 a.m. game. I promise you, no matter what event it is, they give us the first game.
Off camera, Logan was complaining that TPP Crew was too nice by not overshooting his players.
Yeah, y'all are playing semi-pro now. Y'all need to hurt somebody.
Yeah, you need the wake-up call of 6 shots to the back of the head walking off.
Yeah, at least I need it.
To get your juices flowing?
Yeah.
Hey, we can go on the field between points. I can do that
My
for you.
team offered that, and I was about to say yes.
It's a masochistic tendencies.
Does All-Stars have their full roster? Because I thought that they were kind of splitting up and not really playing, but apparently they got their squad.
They're in here playing. Unfortunately, you can't look up rosters from last season anymore in PP League, so it's tough to compare. All right, 5 alive for both teams. Single player at home for both teams. I expected to see a lot of doubling up of home this weekend. Not so far. Neither team into the snake. Both teams pretty much mirrored up at this point. DMG is into that snake corner, although as I say that, they lose that snake corner. That baby Dorito in the snake corner is so hard to live in.
Oh, dude, especially when you're 6'2".
Oh, it's awful. I wouldn't know anything about that, but it sounds awful. All right, KC Missouri All-Stars goes ahead and gets into that D3. That's a nice power position.
They're in the 50 over there, wrapping the 50 now. Yep.
First,
it really is. Oh, he just got shot on a bounce shot in the pack.
Did it work?
I'm pretty sure that guy just got shot in the pack from a bounce shot.
Oh, man, the wave of humanity walking off for DMG. I just watched 3 players in unison get up and hold hands and walk off the field.
Yep.
That's going to blow it up. All-Stars going to win this thing. All right, what do you think of the layout so far?
To be honest, I don't like it.
That's fair.
I don't like it.
What don't you like? Show me on the doll where this layout touched you.
Everywhere. The lanes off the break aren't that great. It's literally just a race to the 50s. And to be honest, we like to play pocket ball. And not just pocket ball, but like, I'll stay in one bunker for the entire game, and I won't have to leave if I don't have to. Like, I'll sit there and shoot twin pods out of one bunker, and that makes me happy. This one, I ain't doing that. There's no way.
You got to move.
Yeah.
So what I saw in the first match, not just your match, but the opposing match with Philly Corrupt and anyways, what I saw was a lot of play up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, this snake side tower is an auto take every game. It's so important to slowing down the snake. You're going to take that. But beyond that, I saw a lot more bodies than I expected going up the middle to these standing wedges, especially about the 40-yard line. I don't think it worked that well. I saw a lot of deaths out of the middle.
Every time we knew they were out there, they're dead in 5 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't working, but every team was trying the same thing. Now, again, this is early on in the weekend. You haven't had much time to play this layout. Everybody's still trying to figure it out. By the end of the weekend, this will play different. But right now, I'm surprised by how many teams are trying to push up the middle.
Yeah.
You don't think that the breakout lanes are great. I thought maybe that the breakout lanes are scary enough that teams are choosing instead to send a body up the middle to not risk running wide.
Yeah, I would rather them send a body up the middle, honestly.
Yeah. You'd rather the opposing team?
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, and I think this layout's going to pay off for the teams that are fast, like jet ski over here, rounding the corner into the snake. I've got a feeling that the fast teams are the ones that are going to win these points every time.
So that is the first time I've seen a player do what I've been advocating, which is go to that baby Dorito, go around the outside of it, and immediately get into the snake mini brick. Here we go, up into Dorito 2 for Shock. Shock is going to lose their snake player, though. Oh, he got just clipped on the top of the hopper. Good eyesight by the refs. All right, so 4 alive for Shock. They're going to go ahead and fill out to this snake corner, hopefully not stay there very long. They are in snake 2. What do we got over there for Armada?
Armada's going to check out of the back center. Oh, there's Tierra getting out.
Yeah, you just
no penalty, though.
First, Tim.
No penalty. They're in the snake. And I believe, nope, not in the corner. I don't know how many bodies Armada has. I think 3 or 4, right?
I believe they're at 3 right now, but I could be mistaken.
Oh, they just got to check.
Yeah, get out of that mini Dorito.
Yeah, that baby Dorito is not the move, man.
Oh. Nice move by Armada player up here to the 50.
Yep. This point's done.
Shock's going to lose their snake tower. This baby Dorito is in a world of trouble. He doesn't know it yet.
Got him.
No!
Oh, why would you? Oof.
We are 100% wrong.
They just lost their corner guy, too.
Yeah.
Now it's a 3-on-1 or 2-on-1. Can't even tell who that is over there.
Yeah, drop back by Shock to Dorito 1, trying to salvage the situation. For Armada, you got Snake Tower hot.
So he was just in the D2. Now he's moving all the way back around, trying to create some extra bodies here, maybe scare them.
They picked up on him at home. I would have liked to stay at that mini tempo if I were him. I think it's easier to defend than this.
Except you can get pinched out of there really fast.
Yeah.
Good job by this guy by getting to the 50 over here just to close this game out.
That was number 26 for Armada. That was their Snake Tower player. He drops back, crosses around the snake, moves up, blows up that last Shock player. He's going to close it out and maybe shoot his teammate while he's at it. But
looks like my theory was wrong.
Which is what?
The which side you start on is which side.
Oh, yeah, you're right so far.
Yeah, this morning was a little rough for us. I don't know if it was just the sun having the problems or what it really was, because we were just going point for point with them back and forth. Everybody won from that side for 6 points in a row, and then they came and they gave us 4 more unanswered points.
So I think there's going to be a lot of chaos at the beginning of every event, and here's why. 2 reasons. 1, the layout drops a week and a half before, and the way your team reads that layout, and how how to attack it, how to defend it
Yeah.
can be wildly different than another team halfway across the country.
You would think shooting 60 cases and playing 180 points when the layout drops. I
Would be
think we
enough.
should be well versed.
So
but,
well, I'm trying to give you cover here. I'm giving you cover fire.
Maybe I'm wrong.
and the other one is you from different regions of the countries, you have very different play styles. And you could be a wildly dominant team in your region. You show up and play against a team from, say, Puerto Rico, and they come at you with something completely different.
Yeah.
And it could be screwy.
Yeah.
All right, damage on your left, All-Stars on your right. All-Stars up by 1 point.
DMG is going to double up that tower, and they're going to launch.
I saw a bit of that last match. They're going to do it again.
I don't hate that, but I mean, let's see if he can live.
Yeah, that's
That's
key.
the real question.
We're going to get a check.
What do you do when you get there?
Stay really, really low. I think he's doing the best he can.
Is this guy not shot right there in his wrist? Or is that just rub?
I think that might be his jersey or it might be rub. No, it's either rub or, well, it's not going to matter now. He's going to take a walk.
And I don't know if everybody would agree with me on this, but this sandy dirt stuff, it slows you down so much.
Logan, first rule of the internet is if you say anything, the comment thread will fill with people disagreeing with you.
Hey,
So
man,
just-
I like disagreeing with people because I like to argue.
It doesn't matter if you say the sun is hot. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean, dude? What? The sun is hot?
See,
Nah,
there you
dude.
go. Jump
It's
on
cold.
the internet. All right, DMG doing a good job adjusting. They're into the snake 2 now. They have that snake tower.
So this dude's all the way wrapping on his knees from that Dorito side wedge in the center 50. He's all the way, he's in the middle.
I like what he's doing over there. I think the only way to survive in the middle on this field,
Is
if you're
on
going to go
your-
there,
yep.
is you've got to be super low to the ground.
Yep.
And standing is just a death sentence there. DMG doing a good job pushing there across the middle. 3 bodies across the 50. This is number 37, Gerber. He is doing damage. And that's it. He's going to clean it out. Congrats to DMG. Honestly, the way that match started, the way that point started, they were definitely down. Both down in bodies and down in position,
Yep.
and they brought it back. Good good work digging deep and pulling that one out.
I think DMG had 4 alive, right? So all of these
Yeah.
points seem to be going fast, like real fast.
Well, what's your definition of fast?
Like a minute and a half, 2 minutes or less.
That's about right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's about what we're seeing. And that, by the way, is an important piece of information, especially for a coach.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to start making decisions on when to towel, when not to towel,
Know how much time you got.
you got to know how long this field takes. So, but back to that, back to that discussion about learning about this field. Again, you got a week and a half to practice it. I don't know about your personal schedule, but I know most players don't get a lot of spins on this layout before showing up here.
I was fortunate enough to get off work for Thursday and Friday. So I played with Paintball Fit for Thursday and Friday. Played like 30 points each day. And then Saturday, Sunday, we played also. We played, shot 55, 60 cases, I think.
Well, there you go. That dovetails with my advice to players. Please be marginally employed. It leaves you a lot more free time to go practice.
I'm lucky my boss plays paintball, so I can
that's
just tell him,
huge.
yo, I got to go play.
That's
He's like,
huge.
okay. Shock doubled up the back center, and they shot 2 of Armada off the break.
Yeah, Armada's going to lose their Dorito side real early on. They are going to get in the snake,
Oh,
though.
so they shot both of their Dorito players. Wow.
So for Armada, this snake player has got to do some damage. Number 44, he's doing a good job. Arietta getting up to that snake 50. He's going
He
to
didn't
blow
see
up the
guy
tower.
coming through.
There's
He
somebody
didn't see
past him. He doesn't know about
He
it.
doesn't see it.
Neither one knows. Their backs are exposed to each other.
Oh,
Arietta's going to take a walk, leaving the shock player up the middle, still alive. Well,
quick point from Shock.
you were saying, I'm going to make you look like a genius here. You were saying this field is going to favor quick teams.
Yeah.
That was a quick team for Shock.
I'm telling you, if you can get a kill or 2 off the break, you win that point 100% of the time. You should win that point.
Shock also making me look stupid by pushing up the middle, which I say has not worked out well so far.
It works if they're looking the wrong way. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that much. If you
exactly.
know they're not looking at you, you have it all day.
Exactly. So I talk about it being like a meta, right? Like as the weekend goes on, the meta of how to attack this field changes. This is interesting to me because we're seeing so much up the middle push that late game situations where you're down by a point, you got like 45 seconds on the clock or whatever. Normally what do? You send bodies up the middle because it's the fastest route between you and the other flag station. I think it's going to be tougher on this field to do that because so many teams are pushing up the middle on the breakout. Your opponent is going to be having guns dedicated up the middle.
I'm seriously for sure that the only way that you win quick points on this layout is you shoot bodies off the break. If you don't get a kill off the break, I don't think you're really. I don't think you're winning a quick point. Because if it's 5-on-5 and they make their spots off the break, they're just going to hold. They're not going to move anywhere, and it's really easy just to sit in the bunkers and wait here. And I don't think that if you get a kill off the break, you can win the quick point. If you don't,
Sure.
I don't think you're winning it.
Well, I expect to see a lot of double, even tripling up home off the break.
Oh, for sure.
All-Stars on your left, DMG on your right, all tied up with about 11.5 on the clock. First check going on for DMG. They're going to keep their Dorito snake player alive. Their Dorito snake corner, mini Dorito.
Let's see if we get a penalty.
Logan, you've been playing semi-pro for a while, which means you've been playing underneath this reffing crew for a while.
Yeah.
Would you agree that if you are not calling yourself out, you're going to get a penalty?
Oh, yeah. I've experienced it that match.
This is not a ref crew that goes, oh, we saw a hit, we're just going to call you.
It sucks, too, because one of our home field players is in this snake corner over here on the far side, and he hates us. So we're getting penalties. I can promise you that.
So call yourself out if you're playing here.
I might even just walk off the box.
All right.
I'm dead.
Speaking of, nobody dead yet for either team. Still 5 alive. All-Stars are in a snake. They're in that snake 1 mini brick. All-Stars also doing something I didn't expect. They're up the middle and staying alive. Now they're up to the D2. I need to see DMG starting to make some moves. They need to get in the snake themselves to counter this.
Yeah. I mean, oh, there it is.
All right, good kill for DMG. They pull out the All-Star snake player. All-Star's going to go to this mini Dorito in the back corner of the snake side.
So now DMG's up a body. The All-Stars are in the Dorito 50 now. See what Boyer can do over here.
From that 50 over on the Dorito side, the mini temple going into the snake is really super vulnerable. First, he's going to take out the tower. Then he's going to concentrate on that mini temple. Mini temple may have saved his life by jumping over into that Dorito.
Boyer just got shot coming inside of that 50 can over there on the D side. I don't know why. I think he was just trying to get a shot on that Dorito player.
So All-Stars have lost their 50 brick over there on the Dorito side. They refill
DMG.
it immediately.
Yeah, DMG just lost their last body, too.
Yeah.
That's a point. 9:20 left.
All right, that was good resilience by All-Stars because, frankly, they took some key positions like snakes and Dorito 50s and then lost those bodies. But they did a good job, refilling them and pulling it back out.
Yeah.
Frankly, they took some losses that I should have probably doomed them, but they did a good job rebounding from it.
Yeah, all those guys are pretty nifty little guys, so they'll fill those spots real quick.
There you go, All-Stars. You are nifty.
Nifty and mean. I don't remember which event it was, but somebody gave me a concussion last year.
Ooh.
I think it was Atlantic City?
All right,
Chicago.
Let me put on my biology hat, and I don't know a hell of a lot about biology. Did you get a hit in the temple?
Oh yeah, about 6 times.
Yeah, that's the light switch for the human body.
Yeah, it was right there and in the air. 6 balls just bunkered. I got rocked. This is a pretty unique and diverse shock team that they have for this semi-pro. They've got some. They got a crew, that's for sure.
All right, Shock is going to be taking you left. Armada is going to be on your right. 1 point differential, 10 minutes on the clock. That's not really an issue yet for coaches.
No, that's nothing. That's like a brand new game right there.
Yep.
10 seconds.
I'd like to see Armada push the issue on the D side because they've been winning their points from the snake side. I'd like to see them win it from the D side for once.
There's probably guns waiting for him over on the snake side. They might as well. Oh, I don't love that for Shock. They are 5 alive, so I don't want to complain too much, but Shock took the snake side tower and then abandoned it going to the tower in the middle, which I think is a worse position. They lose their Dorito player now.
Thomas fell over here to the snake corner again.
So by Shock not having the snake tower, exactly what I expected.
Yep, he can go all the way.
It allows number 14 to just slide forward from that snake 2 up to the snake 50 because the tower was not hot. That is Arrieta again.
If he just pops the top right now and just jump shots him, he could kill this snake eye.
I don't know if he's fully aware. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Doesn't matter. He knows. Good kill for Arrieta. Again, I come back to shocked by abandoning that tower is allowing this to happen.
Thomas is trying to suck in out of there.
Yeah, you got a real small to play that baby Dorito.
Yeah.
Arrieta is free to go hunting. There's nobody even close enough to bunker him out. Arrieta can just...
If he just crosses to their side, shoots this tower in the back, shoots the home, and then it's just the corner guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he can wrap and blow up that home. Or the tower. You're right. I don't know if he has a vision of the tower. There is a small can between
No,
him.
he can't see that right now for sure. But if he crosses to their side... Because I don't think Thomas is going to come get him.
No, it's too far. I don't know what his protection is. For Arrieta, he also does not have the snake tower hot. He doesn't have a corner bunker. He doesn't have a home. Arrieta's kind of on
just him over here?
I think Arrieta's operating on his own right now. There we go. Now he's got backup. I wouldn't mind seeing number 0 for ARMADA crossing it up with Arrieta, helping protect Arrieta, because he is the one that's going to do all the damage here in a second. Arrieta's going to cross the 50. Now, if he looks to his right, that tower is dead. There it is. That Dorito is now his next victim.
Oof, almost got him.
I don't think he gets the trade. Thomas
yeah.
Taylor survives that.
Oh, man. Big mistake.
However, Shock is going to lose a Dorito player at the same time. That leaves, I believe,
ARMADA's in the Dorito 50. Now in their Dorito.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor's going to have to do it all on his own.
Jedi mind trick. I'm good. I'm good. I'm clean.
I think he's a 3-on-1 maybe. Oh, 3-on-2. Well, he takes a body, but he's going to lose it. Thomas Taylor can't pull out the miracle there.
ARMADA still had two bodies. Oh, my God.
I believe they have one over the Doritos.
Yes, they had those two, and then that guy traded with Thomas.
Yep.
ARMADA's finishing these points with bodies up.
I think Thomas actually took that middle player, but at the same time, the Dorito player for ARMADA's the one that finished him off.
Arrieta's got to take that trade with that corner guy. He knows he's there. He's coming. He literally is hunting for him, and then he dies to him. He's got to take that trade.
So here's what I think was going on in Arrieta's mind, right? Is that he was at about the other team's, Snake 1, really. He knew the Dorito was hot across from him. As soon as he locked on to Thomas Taylor, there's a clock in your mind. You know that you're standing in the open. That Dorito's not looking at you in that moment, but you've only got a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a sense of panic for Arrieta that he's got to kill Thomas Taylor in the next 3-second window, because sooner or later that Dorito's going to look your way again, and you're standing wide open. So I think that's why he got a little bit too risky, a little bit too sloppy. That's my guess.
Well, he kind of had to play the outside, too, because they're in his Dorito over there. He's on their side, so he has to play the outside and wrap it. He can't play the inside at all.
Right. All right, DMG on your left, ALLSTARS on your right. I think ALLSTARS sent 6 players out to the box.
ALLSTARS has run to that first Dorito every single point. And the DMG guys are not shooting him.
DMG is going to lose 2 players. They're going to lose the Dorito side and up the middle. So it's 5-on-3, favor of ALLSTARS. DMG does have the snake side tower, which is preventing the All-Star snake player from really advancing any further.
Where's he shot at, dude?
DMG is going to lose their snake player, and they're going to lose their temple player. That just leaves this snake tower.
This ref just called him out for nothing. There's nothing on him. They bounced him in the shoulder, and there's nothing on him.
We can't see the inside. There might be something else.
No, there was nothing.
Well, I'm going to say it probably wouldn't have changed the game, because at that point they were 2-on-5.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then it was 1-on-5, and now it's 0-on-5. I should get better at this, so I'm about to ask you a thing, and it's okay if you say you don't do it either, because I don't do it. Do you read the ref's body language? Like, when it's 0-on-5, you can see refs start to get casual, start to kind of walk around, maybe
you know when they're down bodies, when the refs come off the sidelines.
Exactly.
Yeah. When the refs stand up in the middle, or when they come in and close on somebody, you know there's at least one. There's one left.
Sure.
Yeah.
And by the way, and I'm not reffing nowadays, but I spent 12 years reffing both regional and a little bit of NXL. I was very careful about making paint checks on players that the other team didn't know they were there.
For sure.
Like I had to really think about, is it worth doing this paint check? Because if I go in and paint check this player that just dove into the snake, I just gave away his element of surprise.
Right.
And even if I call him clean, I've now affected the match just by going in. So and these refs are really good, I believe. You may disagree as a player, but that has to go through your mind as a ref. Is it worth doing this paint check if it's going to give away a big move that nobody saw?
I mean, I don't know. It's up in the air on that for sure, because sometimes, I don't know.
Well, it's a big deal, because if you don't, Armada versus Shock, Armada might have gotten.
Jet did it again, around the corner, into the Tiger 1. Effortlessly. Nobody even shot at him going up there.
So Armada's going to lose their player in the Snake Tower. They're going to refill it, though.
There goes another body for Jet. There's 3 bodies for Jet.
Oh man. If I'm Jet, just let this home player shoot at you. Let your teammates do the work, because you're up way on bodies.
He already has 3 kills, too. Let somebody else get some.
Yep. Well, at some point, if you got guns locked on you, don't be a hero. Just let them shoot at you and let your teammates do the work. Oh, yeah, there you go. Home player's going to take a walk.
Now it's just one Dorito player over there.
One lonely, sad, overwhelmed Dorito player.
There goes Thomas.
There it is. He's out. He's
going
out.
for him. Oh.
Here's some bonus balls. Thank you for coming. Exit through the gift shop.
Take your receipt. No refunds.
You can buy your pictures in the gift shop. To be fair,
I'm so glad that I'm watching this match and watching Jet go around that corner.
Yeah.
Because we play him. I think we play him either today or tomorrow. I don't even remember.
All right, we'll get your scouting in.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
All right, so this is self-promoting, by the way. Thank you if you're watching this. Go ahead and tell your friends. You can go on YouTube, go to Major League Paintball, share the link to this with your friends. But what I'm going to ask you, how much do you use these webcasts to try to go back and watch your games? Like tonight at the hotel?
Oh, every night, 100%. Yeah. We do our at the field scouting, and then we do our online scouting as well. Because sometimes we can't watch all the games, but even if we get the chance to watch them, we're still going to go back and perfect our game plan against a good team.
It's useful information. You know, I didn't have back in the day. You had to literally walk and hope that your schedule allowed you to go and watch teams play.
Right.
Now you can just go watch the footage from.
Yeah, we're a little more fortunate now, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it cuts both ways. The other team's going to do it.
Oh
to you,
yeah,
so.
for sure. If you're not doing that in semi-pro, you're screwing yourself.
Yeah, you're wasting a huge resource.
DMG didn't play semi-pro last year, did they?
I believe they did.
I don't think they played the full season. At least.
Give me a minute and I can pull that up.
I know they played a little bit, but I don't know if they played the whole season.
All right, we're still 5 alive for both teams. It looks like DMG is up into the snake, though. He's going to get past that snake tower trap. DMG did play last year. They were 20th overall. They took 24, 22, 19, 21, and 17. So they were very consistent.
Yeah, man. It's not 8 o'clock in the morning, and they are letting these flags fly.
Yeah. Well, these refs are never shy about that. Yeah. I think they get bonuses based on how many flags they throw.
Probably, man.
Right. This is number 7 for All-Stars. He's at home, and he's going to get pulled. I won't be surprised if there's a flag for that.
Another one.
Nope. Okay, just a body pulled. That leaves just that Dorito 2 hot for All-Stars.
DMG's over here in the snake. Oh, I think he recognized it. He's launching.
Nice.
Good read, buddy. Good read. Yeah, I think he saw that snake player coming, so he's like, I'm going too. I'm not sitting back here.
I think the middle standing wedge player for DMG picked up on that move to the snake, though. He's very cautiously looking that way. Oh, no, he's passed. All-Star player is passed. He's all the way into there, maybe 20 or 30. Stop
he got
shooting.
Him. He got him.
Stop
No, he shot him.
Shooting.
He shot him before.
Okay.
He shot him before for sure.
Here's the problem. Hey, I'm going to use this as a teaching moment. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, please, dear God, when you are watching an opponent running to your buzzer, right, and they're about to hit it, you have got to stop shooting before after they hit the buzzer.
Yes.
Because if you shoot them even one ball after they hit the buzzer, guess what the refs have to do? the refs have no choice but to say, well, I don't know if these hits occurred before
Right.
or after, so we're
Right.
going to call them clean.
Right.
It is imperative.
If they give them this point, I'm going to be upset because he got shot before for 100%. But
would-
also, as soon as he recognized that, he should have just beat him to it. Except I think that the
Nah.
All-Star guy would have beat him.
Yeah, I don't think he could have beaten him there.
He definitely got shot before that. He hit the buzzer.
I
Right,
think-
right in the arm.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
And I think the refs should have seen it. However, my point stands. If you keep shooting a player after he hits the buzzer,
They don't know.
you are covering up the evidence that you shot him before the buzzer.
Exactly.
And I know as a paintball player, your
Oh, so
instinct-
reverse point. That he.
So they're calling him
yeah,
dirty.
it's a dirty hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for DMG. Again, sorry, it's one of my pet peeves as a player and as a coach. If you see a player hitting your buzzer, stop shooting him.
Yep.
I know it feels like you should keep shooting him. You should not. All right. Well, hey, great move by the All-Star player. He nearly pulled that one off.
Yeah.
He was
That was a good read for sure.
Yeah, that was well done. All right. All-Stars, by the way, came in 8th last year. Overall, they're definitely one of the teams in contention probably this year. Now that we've had
Yeah, they're
leverage.
definitely one of the guys we're watching for sure.
Absolutely. Now that we've had leverage and Royal City Sea Dogs exit stage left in the pro.
We never got to play either of those teams. That's crazy too. We never got to play Leverage. I think we might have played Sea Dogs one time, but we didn't get to play either of those guys very much.
Well, the opportunities passed by.
Yeah, I know.
Let you go pro, man. Shut up, we're trying. Pro team, 2026.
That's the plan, but
All right, Shock on your left, Armada on your right. Shock down by 1 point.
so Shock's consistently doubling up that back center. They're going to the tower. They're stopping short. So I think I've noticed when Jet's in, they're sending him. When Jet's not, they're stopping short.
That's a tell. That's a tell that you need to be telling your coach about.
Oh, for sure. It's kind of nice because we don't have a coach.
Okay.
We've never really had a coach. We just kind of play coach at the same time. So we all kind of just bring like all 10 of our minds together at once.
So shut up, we're trying is some kind of weird hive mind coaching situation.
Yeah, we've never. At one time we had a coach, we lost.
All right, looks like we're still 5 alive for both teams. Shock
still in the. Oh, they just got out of the pocket.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly. They were kind of stuck in a pocket. Oh, they're going to lose their snake tower, maybe? Nope. He checks himself. He's clean.
I think he was grabbing a pod off the ground.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he just put his gun down, turned around, grabbed a pod, and picked it up.
There's no way he's out of paint 30 seconds into the game, though.
He's like, no balls go to waste.
Yeah.
Todd Adams said, I'm not cheap.
Yeah, they apparently are not paint sponsored because they're not risking any loss. All right, Shock up to the 50. Nice move. He shoots out what I assume is Arietta for Armada. This is number 2, Nest for Shock. Holding that brick. He doesn't have anything in the corner to oppose him. He can start wrapping and doing
That
damage.
player launched up to the center 50. Now he's in there.
Yeah, but then he came off of it. Nest is going to turn around and see. Okay, he's back on it. He's back on it. Oh,
You gotta go. You gotta go.
yeah. You have to go and bunker Nest now.
Now he's gonna crawl.
Nice.
That player said linear to go to the other side.
No, I think he moved sideways. Now he's going to die. That's what I meant by you have to go bunker Nest. Once Nest
Yeah.
knows you're there, you cannot live there. That was Jimenez. Jimenez would have been better off attacking at that point. He sets up the trap. He tries to get Nest to come into it. He misses the shot. At that point, you just got to go at him. All right, Shock is going to tie this one up, 3-3. A little bit under 4
This is
minutes.
a
on
good
the
little tie game right here.
yeah. This is why you tune in, for the drama.
Uh-oh, we're gonna get a. Nope. we're just
No,
good.
they're calling him.
Thought we were gonna see another one.
With more drama.
Would have been 2, back to back.
All right, well, we were talking about the division and how it looks this year. So you got Leverage and Royal City Sea Dogs sliding up into pro. New York Wrecking Crew's, probably one of the favorites. I don't believe Newbies are in for this year.
I believe Newbies are playing kind of mixed with the Philly Corrupt group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Greenville Grouse surprisingly drops down to D2. I would assume they had some roster turnover that probably forced them down to D2 because
Yeah, I think Matt went pro, didn't he?
yeah, he did a little bit of AC/DC promo work.
I'm just playing.
P Mob, I got to give a shout out. They're one of my local teams up in New England. Their roster, if anything, is maybe even improved.
I think they're a top tier team. I think they're a top 2 team 100, no matter what.
Absolutely. Pittsburgh Saints also there. Obviously, ALLSTARS coming in.
So Pittsburgh Saints are actually Pittsburgh Mastodon now.
Okay.
They kind of merged and some of them left. So they're Pittsburgh Mastodon this year. So there's no Saints.
Yep. And
no
ALLSTARS.
newbies, no Greenville. We got ALLSTARS. Nasty's still here.
Nasty's here.
Wildside Distortion is freaking stacked. They've got a roster on there.
All right, DMG's going to lose their player trying to go out to this Dorito corner mini Dorito. I'm sorry, Snake corner mini Dorito. They are into the D1.
They got a kill from the D side for the ALLSTARS. Or DMG got a kill.
So 4-on-4.
Oh, 4-on-3. Another ALLSTARS player is walking off from the D side.
DMG definitely being aggressive here.
DMG's in the 50 wrapping now on the D side.
Casey All-Star decides to go sideways into that mini Dorito in the Snake corner. That never works out.
Terrible idea.
Don't do that, man.
Might as well just walk off the field.
Yeah, exactly. All right, DMG's going to make this one look easy. They got off the break kills. They made their moves up the upfield, especially the Dorito side. It's going to be a walk-in win for them.
SAC's going to wait. DMG's just going to take some time off the clock to make it closer. The less time on the clock, the better, I feel.
You think so?
Yeah.
So another one of the commentators you're going to see on this broadcast this weekend will be Anthony Vitale. Anthony has a different theory. He believes that if you think your team is better, you want as many points as possible because statistically it'll bear out, right?
Well, that's every team ever. You always want more points.
Yeah. So he believes that if you think you're better than the other team, you want quick points. You want, hey. We're saying hi to one of the NXL Pro photographers. That's Smiley Joe, one of the best photographers in the business. Stopping by to say hi. I'm kind of ambivalent. If the game's going to tie up like it is 3-3, then I'm not sure there's a huge advantage trying to kill clock or not kill clock.
Well, on this layout, I mean, you don't. The less time, the better, because the less time they have to run at you. I mean, it's not that it's hard to hold on this layout, but it's easy to go fast on this layout. If you can make it to your spot alive, you can go.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
Go fast, turn left.
Ka-chow.
Oh, my God.
I am speed.
All right, now we're going to get a copyright strike from Disney. Thanks a lot, Logan. Or is that Pixar? I think it might be Pixar.
Aren't they the freaking same thing?
All right. Amon and Shock tied up 3-3. Amon on your left in the green jersey, Shock in the black and white jerseys. Jetski not into the snake yet for Shock. Or is that Nest?
I don't know. I can't tell. I think it's Nest, yeah. Death out of the back center for Shock. 5-on-4 in favor of ARMADA. ARMADA is in the Dorito 1 or 2, about to go to the 3. He's trying to go.
ARMADA player going to take a walk from that snake insert mini temple.
So one other thing that we learned from today is, see that guy in the tower?
Yep.
If there's somebody else in the tower on the opposite side, they can just shoot the guy in the face. So normally you can't, because the center of this field dips down.
Yep.
And then it's kind of in a little pit down there. So all those bunkers are lower. So you can see over those 2 pins and you can shoot your guy heads up. Ooh.
Your mirror.
Yeah, the Dorito guy's going to work over there. He's got 2 kills, about to be 3.
All right, here's the Snake Tower's chance for ARMADA to do some work.
Dead.
No, he's going to get. He's going to take a walk. Because he's not there, Shock easily gets into the 50 brick. ARMADA player not aware of it here in the snake. Now he knows.
Got him.
And he got him.
Shot. This is a point for ARMADA for sure. That's, I think, 3 or 4 bodies dead. I think there's 1 or 2 left.
You are right. Shock's going to towel out of that. Another observation. I'm surprised by the survivability of home. So looking at this layout, I expect to see a lot of double up, even occasionally tripling up of home on the breakout.
Sure.
Because I think it is a bit risky trying to get in the snake or even D1 on the breakout. So I expect to see a lot of pocket play. because I expect to see a lot of pocket play, I would, if I was a coach, I'd be telling my players, immediately try to get a gun on their home.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If there's 2 or 3 back there,
there's no way they can
at minimum 2, don't let the guys leave. Because the home guys aren't going to stay there. The home guys are trying to get out.
Even if you can catch them before they leave, you're probably going to kill them. Like, it's tough to live 2 bodies alive.
You tell me how it is playing against Colt Lukow and Trenton Mason in the back center. And it sucks. It ain't fun, I'll tell you that.
How often do you push your teammate out of the bunker? Just to sacrifice the teammate?
Sometimes, man.
All right, DMG All-Stars tied up 3-3, 5.5 on the clock.
Oh, nice. I was just about to say, the next words out of my mouth were, if you're running a gun into that little temple, you should be dying, and he exactly did that.
This is getting ugly real fast. Penalty over there for DMG. Players throwing their bodies away for All-Star, trying to go up the middle.
Don't even fight that guy, buddy.
Now DMG into the 50 brick now on the snake side. DMG home player filling out to that snake insert mini temple.
The second guy in the DMG snakes just needs to crawl to the other side and shoot everybody.
Spencer, number 29 for DMG, looking for some damage. His teammate's going to crawl past him.
This guy's 37's been playing forever. Since I was even watching paintball, he's been playing. Now he's going to catch that middle guy.
Oh, yeah. He's going to blow that up. No.
Got him.
Yeah, there you go. Gerber got him. Move to Dorito.
Yep.
Again, that would be great if it weren't for Gerber, number 37, sitting here in the snake. Now he's going to trade his body, go one-on-one. Yeah, no. Okay.
Gerber did exactly what he was supposed to, and it paid off.
So the All-Star player got up out of the bunker looking for a penalty. Let me tell you, I mean, I'm sure you know this. I have this thing I call time gap theory, which is that if you want to get if the other team's going to get a penalty, there needs to be a noticeable time gap between, say, when they you shot them and when they shot you. If it is not at least a second of time gap, the ref is just going to call you both out.
You ain't getting it. Yeah. All right, these refs are definitely on it when it comes to penalties. So if they didn't give you one, you're probably not going to get one, buddy.
Probably don't deserve it.
No.
Hey, shout out to one of our sponsors, Stick Gun Veteran. They're kind of a fun company. Their idea is that we all grew up picking up sticks off the ground and playing gunfights with them when we're growing up. And so they've turned it into a company. They got some interesting product. Go check them out. Some cool T-shirts, stickers, whatnot.
What was the name of that?
Stick Gun Veteran.
Stick Gun Veteran.
You know, it's that whole thing about, like, when we were kids, you know, you always pick up a stick and you're sitting there shooting each other with it. And now here we are grown-ups, barely.
Still doing the same damn thing.
Doing the same damn thing.
We never change, man. You can take the kid out of 5th grade, but you ain't taking the 5th grade out of the kid.
Shock doubles up into the snake. I think that might have been a miscommunication. I don't believe that Shock intended to send
I think Thomas just saw the gap and he went.
Yeah.
Because that tower guy's shooting for the wide guy, so Thomas like, oh, I'm free.
Yep.
He should have just crawled to the next spot. Wouldn't have even known.
So Thomas is locked onto this 50 brick. He's kind of wasting his gun because there's nobody there. Thomas Taylor should just go ahead and move up or let his teammate do it. First player walking off over there for ARMADA from the Dorito side. So 5-on-4 advantage to Shock. They got a one body advantage here in the snake too. They're not really using it. They should be pushing. Big run up by Shock up to the D2 from that mini temple actually. Bypassing D1. Another player peeling off for ARMADA, so 5-on-3 advantage for Shock.
Got him.
Oh, they're going to lose their home. Oh, nice kill for ARMADA's 50 brick player. Is this Arietta again? Yep, sure enough, he's doing a lot of damage today. He's going to look inside. Can he catch that?
He didn't see the middle guy.
No, he didn't see the middle guy. Go right past him, right to the buzzer. Arietta's going to have no idea. Oh. Oh, that's brutal.
Close, buddy.
Oh, Arietta had no idea. They went right past him at the very last second out of the corner of his eye. Caught vision of the Shock player reaching the buzzer. Oh, that is brutal. You know what he didn't do? He didn't shoot him after he hit the buzzer.
Well, hold on. He shot one of them, but not the right one.
Yeah.
Not the right one.
Okay, he tried.
Yeah, he did pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But not the right guy.
No.
I think these are both. So all of these games are going back and forth.
Yeah, this is a good match.
They're 1-point games the entire time. I don't think anybody's been up by 2 in this match at least.
Do you have something you'd like to say about the first match?
No, no, I do not.
Okay. You're right. If we look at just this match and ignore any other matches that happened today.
That first one was a mulligan, all right?
Yeah.
What do they call that, a breakfast ball?
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
It's a warm-up. It was a warm-up match.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
It counts to the other team.
Congratulations, TPP crew.
Yeah. This is their first semi-pro event, too. But we knew that coming into that game that they were going to play fast against us because they've always played fast. We played against them for 2 years.
All right, DMG out, 5 alive. They have a good spread, not doubled up at home.
They're letting the snake guy come to their snake without the tower guy looking.
The tower guy's looking inside for
I know, and they're just letting him
DMG.
come to the snake. This guy could get to the 50 on their side and not even know.
Yeah, the DMG is not using the snake tower correctly. DMG player into this Dorito corner. He might be doing gun surgery. Oh, I don't know if I like that move. Leaving the number 24 for DMG.
And not looking at the snake.
Yeah, this is
double whammy.
This is not good for DMG. They are up a point.
Oh, there goes a kill out of the middle for DMG.
By number 24, the person we were just complaining about. All right, great work, number 24. Us idiots in the booth, we don't know what we're doing.
Just gotta start talking crap about everybody. Maybe they'll start getting kills.
Yeah.
Is he just trying to safety this 50 or? Yeah, he's just waiting for him. Double that snake again.
Yeah, DMG's doubled up in the snake.
And they're in the 50 on the D side. Yep. All right, well, now we got a 2-point spread.
Yeah.
Can we see a 3-point spread? What do you think?
History would say it's possible. All right, good work by DMG. Honestly, I think both of us agreed we didn't like how they were using that snake tower. They really didn't. They didn't
contest the guy at all. If that guy was smart, not saying he's stupid, but if he was smart, he knows that guy's not looking at him, right to the 50, and you kill that guy.
Yeah. So, these layouts, every time a layout is released and I take a look at it, I see obvious big threat bunkers. You know, it's always the snake, it's always the D50. Those are big threat bunkers, right? But what I also see when these fields are being designed, baked into them, there's always an answer. And it may not be a perfect answer, but in this case, that snake tower is there specifically to give you a downward shot into the snake, specifically to stop the bump from snake 2 to snake 3.
You know what's so cool, too, is as a semi-pro team, we play on 3 different fields this weekend.
That are slightly different?
Oh, yeah, so they're all going to be different. So this one, and then the next game we play on the Valken field and then the Empire field. So, yeah, we don't really get multiple looks on any singular field this weekend.
True. All right. And hopefully you're in the pro field at the very end playing for the final.
That's the plan.
All right, Armada shock tied at 4-4.
Oh, Armada just lost 2 also.
There is no time left
3.
on the clock. Oh, no, at least it's a minor because we're under 60. If that was a major, that'd be the game right there.
Armada should, they have 20 seconds. They can hold this for 20 seconds.
Yeah, easily. Just do not get a major.
Just stay alive.
Yep.
Oh, no, why would you die?
Well, I still think they can hold it. We're under 10 seconds now. This last Armada player just needs to stay there just long enough. Here we go. Big run through by
Not going to
Taylor.
make it. Not going to make it.
No, he's not. Oh, oh, whoa. All right, he's going to get a bill for that bunker and the damage he just did.
A little bit faster, Tommy T. A little bit faster. Come on, baby.
That now scares me. When I see a player run full tilt for the bunker, it now scares me. And you know why? Because of Colton Dahl from New York Wrecking Crew last year in Atlantic City.
The problem is that bunker weighed more than he did, so he launched.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he went full aerial.
I hate to see this. I don't know if it's normal, but Thomas is limping.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's normal or if that's
an exhaustion limp.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and you know what sucks? Colt Lukow destroyed his knee, and he lost so much weight. He's he fits in with the rest of us. Like he's gonna catch to my weight here in the next 5 months, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a freaking
For
problem.
that league.
Oh yeah, for anybody in that league.
Yeah.
And you know what else is a problem? If Johnny Lukow ends up playing on that pro field, those teams are screwed. Johnny Lukow is one of the most underrated pro players that there is, and Johnny is nasty. Like, I mean nasty.
Yeah, the Luckows came out of some kind of genetic breeding program for
Dude,
pro players.
have you met Brody Lukow? That man is a Superman. I'm not joking you. Like, he is straight up Superman.
Oh no! All-Stars are going to lose a middle player and get a penalty from it. They're going to lose 2
That's
players.
a major. That's
a major.
Not under. It's not under 60. My bad.
No, but it's a major. That is going to gut the All-Stars.
Yeah.
I know the ref threw a yellow. It appears he meant to throw a red.
Now let's see if we get that 3-point spread.
We're at the 2-minute mark. All-Stars need this game. If they lose this game, it's going to be a 3-point, and this match is over. Again, if you're the coach of All-Stars, maybe start thinking about hitting the buzzer right now.
Yeah. The other thing with this layout that I don't like is it's all chaos. Every point's just chaos. And like, while I say I hate chaos, I say I like chaos. I like playing off the chaos.
Yeah.
I hate it too.
So the reason for that, maybe one of the reasons for that, is that this structure in the middle with the 4 standing wedges and the can and all those beams, and there's a couple more cans sprinkled around, there is a lot of vision blocking. And it makes it really easy for there to be chaos. You can't see what's coming through the middle until they're on your side of the field.
Right.
So.
Unless you're already in the 50, and if you're not in the 50 by then, you're
And then are you looking the right way?
Yeah.
You know, like you can be looking the wrong way, and somebody
we've
goes
seen
right
it a couple
past you.
times where these guys are in the 50, and then those guys just come through the middle, and they don't see them. The guy's wrapping the 50 here, the guys coming through don't see him, and the guy that's wrapping the 50 doesn't see the guy coming through.
You could have both. You could have almost any 2 50s on this field hot, by opposing players, and not know each other's there.
100%.
There's so much vision blocking right through the middle of this field. It's real easy for that to happen.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to overtime. Armada versus Shock. There's going to be 5 minutes on the clock. It'll be a winner of the first point takes all, unless they tie, unless they go to a no point in some way.
One-on-one.
One-on-ones.
I bet they both lose a body off the break. 4 and 4 off the break.
All right, let's see. Logan Damas making calls about the future.
Oh, here's Thomas in the gap. He's going to cut across. He made it. Oh, 5 on 5. I was wrong.
Yeah, but you went for it.
So Thomas just sat really in a dead spot, shot his gun, waited, and then now he went to the snake.
And he's going to get gun dominance on that snake tower, which lets him move. I love that. That's oh no, he's going to get checked. He's going to get called clean. And now he's going to get called out. Well, apparently he didn't make that bump. The only way he could have a hit on his hip is if he got shot making that bump.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. All right, so we're now at 4 and 4. Armada also loses a player. Shock probably lost a more important player just because of the position he was in.
Yeah, he's the only guy outside of the pocket.
Yeah. Armada is now into the D2. You know what we're not seeing, which is a long, slow, grindy point. These teams, DMG is certainly attacking.
You have to on this field. You have to attack on this field.
A lot of overtime points, teams don't want to take a risk, and they dig their heels in and turn it into a grindy point.
That guy's silly. He's running back there, and he sees the paint coming off the bunker, and he still decides to go.
Yeah. Tough def for Armada. Armada still has
Shock's going to get this point.
Oh, Armada has the D1. I think they might still have something over in the D3 area. No, that's it. It's just the last Armada player there in the corner. And he's going to get bunkered. So the Shock player that bunkered the last Armada player immediately peeled off the field. I'm not sure he got shot. I think he's just being safe, and he's just getting himself off the field just in case.
With these refs, better safe than sorry, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I think it was a clean bunker, and he just said, I'm going to exit stage left rather than risk a penalty here. So congrats, Shock, on that one. I like that Armada was attacking. At least they weren't just trying to sit on their heels. They went for it. Didn't work, but they went for it. All right, DMG, dominant position, 6-3, minute 48 on the clock. For the All-Stars, this match is probably beyond reach. So at this point, if you're the coach, just try some stuff.
Man, They got a minute and 45 seconds. They can get at least 2 points if they really wanted to.
Yeah, I think so.
At least 2.
Yeah.
3.
Three's
That's
asking a
3
bit much.
30-second points. That's back to back to back. That's rough.
Without some red flags flying.
Oh, yeah. You hope that the other team gets a red flag, and then you get a free point.
That's your best chance. All right, thanks again to Stick Gun Veterans. If you get a chance, go to their website, check out some of their T-shirts and gear. I like the concept. It's like what we've been doing since we're little kids, picking up sticks, pretending to shoot each other.
It is 57 degrees. We're in Florida. This is not cool.
Yeah, not the Florida you expected. Here we go.
Silly.
DMG on the left. They're going to go up to that snake tower. They're going to look on the inside, though, which I don't love because it's going to let this all-star player make his bump.
So ALLSTARS is making a good read off the box. They're going in front of that mini Aztec, and they're going in front of that into the snake.
All right, DMG is going to lose their home. At the same time, they do pull out the snake player for ALLSTAR. ALLSTAR is going to launch through the middle. He's going to blow up that tower. I think he's going to get 2, maybe 3. He's still alive, and there's a miner.
Oh, no, on the other side?
Yeah, on DMG.
No, on the other side.
Yeah, DMG just got a miner. That's it. I think
ALLSTARS got the miner. That he was running for the other team.
I don't know. They're checking the flag hanger instead of just tossing them out. No, I think that was a DMG flag. If that is a flag on DMG, I think they might be starting down the next point, 4-on-5, because I'm not sure they had a body to fill it. Clean hang for ALLSTARS. So they're going to bring it within 2.
Who was the penalty on?
The subtext is what the direction that penalty went.
Yeah, you were right. DMG got the penalty, so they have to be down a body. That was their last guy.
It was chaos there. I'm not sure, but they might be. Yeah, they might be starting.
Well, so they had the guy left in that Aztec. I don't know if he actually got shot or if he got. No, he didn't get pulled because the guy came through, shot the tower, came and traded with the temple on this side. That Dorito temple was still alive. So I don't know.
I don't know if that was a trade at all. I think the player that we saw running through the middle, he peeled off left. I think that was the same gentleman that hit the buzzer. I think he was completely clean. I could be wrong. It was chaos there.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, in a span of just a few seconds, we talked about...
That was literally a 30-second point.
Yeah, we thought this match was over. There's hope now, especially if DMG has to start down 4-on-5. And that's an if. I'm not sure. Let me let you an inside tip as a commentator. When you're not sure whether or not the team is going to start down a point, watch the interaction between the coaches and the refs. I did not see a coach from DMG race over to demand an explanation.
He didn't know until I said something. He didn't know they got a penalty. He was like, penalty on DMG for what?
So I think DMG got the penalty, but I don't think they're going to start down a body because if they were, you'd see a coach over here asking for an explanation from Mikhail. Mikhail, by the way, is our ultimate ref on this.
I thought it was Jason or Mark. That's Jason, right?
Jason up in what we're going to call the ghetto tower. we have our head ref on the field. He's up on a ladder at the 50-yard line, which is super sketchy.
He's just chilling too. He's just chilling.
It's so sketchy. Have you ever tried to climb a ladder in cleats that are covered in paint? You know how dangerous that is?
So I work for a metal roofing company.
Yep.
So we climb ladders every day, or they climb ladders every day, and they're up on the roof. And on a metal roof, too. Mm-hmm. So metal's already slippery.
Yep.
And metal at an angle, even slippier.
Even worse.
Slipperier.
That's just physics.
I don't even know what the word is for that. Slippery? Yeah. More slippery?
Most slippery.
Yeah, whatever. Same thing. Same, but different.
All right, stick around with us next. You're going to watch Tiki's Totems take on Outlaw AP Factory and Project X All-Stars versus NYX. NYX moving down from pro.
I don't even know what their roster is, man. Are they stacked? Because Tommy T's gone. Let's see what they got. Roster.
We're also going to mix in some WNXL action today, and we're going to have some D5 action today. The D5 has a little bit of a special guest star. That's why we're running. Down by 2. Not much time on the clock. They are immediately into the snake. They lose their Dorito side player.
At least the DMG tower is not looking this way to get shots.
Finally,
so.
yeah.
I don't even know who shot the tower head inside over there. That little Aztec on the D side. Got one, missed the second one.
So DMG seems to have figured out a different plan than having that snake tower shoot snake side.
Oh, NYX just has a random.
All right, a bit of a rebuild team.
I wouldn't even call it that.
There is a miner on DMG though. This again gives an opportunity for All-Stars to pull it within 1 point. We got 38 on the clock.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, and then the rug gets pulled out.
So now you see what I'm talking about, getting a concussion over there?
No, they're still gonna hit the buzzer.
Yeah.
All-Stars, I'm sorry, the Kansas City All-Stars are gonna bring this back within a point, assuming this flag hang is clean, with 30 seconds on the clock.
So now you see how I got a concussion?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, right to the temple. That'll do it.
At least 7. Yeah, NYX just has a couple D2 players, 1 D1. They're just, yeah.
Okay. Well, at least they're keeping the brand alive. NYX has been with us for a long time.
Oh yeah, and NYX, I forgot they merged, so they have their actual pro roster. They're down 3 against Ironman right now.
All right. Way back.
Shock lost to Uprising 2-1. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
A 3-point game.
That's
crazy.
for
In
pro.
pro,
Yeah.
that means they're playing some long
And
points.
same layout as we're doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, and Arsenal and Dynasty, that's a 11-point game. 11-point game and a 3-point game. That's a difference. That's a huge difference.
Another, as an old person, as a representative old person, it's also good to see the Arsenal name back on the field. That was a name from my youth.
I was never around when that was a thing.
Yeah, those
I'm
were back in
only
the day.
20 years old.
We were
so.
shooting square paintballs back then. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, it's weird playing with grown men that have been playing longer since I was alive.
So I played against, and back when NYX was ground zero, my team, which was the New England Hurricanes, we would go down and practice against them.
What year did you start playing?
Is it embarrassing to tell you that it was 1992?
Yeah, I was not even a thought in anybody's mind at 1992.
Off air, I'll tell you my APPA player number. You will be shocked.
What, you're like one of the first groups?
I was among the first people to get on that system, and so
that's crazy.
I'll just say I have a 2-digit APPA number.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm old.
I don't know how mine is, but mine's probably in the tens of thousands.
Yeah, I think we're in the hundreds of thousands now for anybody new that signs up.
So what's the deal with that? We got Dan Brazilian coming up here to play.
You knew it. You broke the secret. Yeah, we got Dan Bilzerian coming to play with Protocol.
How do you say his last name? Brazilian?
I think, you call it whatever you want. I think it's Bilzerian.
Money Man. What do we want?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work too.
Money Man. Cool.
Yeah, we got Dan coming up playing with Protocol here throughout the year. Throughout the day. We might also get him to jump on the mic.
Why that name? That's such a.
I don't think he had a choice in his name. I think he was given it at birth.
No, Protocol.
Oh, Protocol. Okay. I don't know. I'm sure there's Dan's there. I'll try to ask him.
I don't even know this guy, man. I've seen him on Instagram. That's all I know.
Yeah. Big. Maybe
YouTube. He'll bring some of his lady friends with him too.
That would be nice. I don't know if we can get them on the field in bikinis.
Hey, in the pits would be tight. You
yeah.
know? I'll run pods.
I'm sure you'll have that opportunity. So I will say this, right? So it's D5, and people are like, oh, we tuned in the semi-pro field, we're watching D5. I actually really love commentating D5, or D4 even.
Oh, you don't know what you're going to get.
It's so much more wild.
You don't know
it's so much more wild. When you get to semi-pro or even pro, like you just looked at the scores and there's a 2-1 score.
Yeah, a 3-point game.
The games are so much tighter and so much more predictable.
Yeah.
But when you get to the lower ranks, D5, D4, it is just circus time.
In D5 and D4, they give you miles, and you just take them. And semi-pro and up, they give you an inch, and you got to take the inch. But in D5, you're given a mile.
It's just crazy time.
Yeah.
It's crazy time.
Oh, yeah.
You can watch players run to the other team's 30 off the break just at random. And then you'll see players that can't make it to the first bunker without dying. It's just random. I'm not denigrating D5 at all. Believe me, I'm not.
If it wasn't for D5,
none of
there
this
would be no entertainment.
Oh, none of this would exist. I think of the paintball as like when I say pyramid system, I don't mean pyramid scheme. What I mean is you need about, let's say, 1,000 D5 teams to produce, say, in 2 years, 700 D4 teams. And then
it just trickles and trickles.
It trickles down and trickles down. So we need a healthy ecosystem of D3,
100%.
D4, D5.
And I don't hate the whole D5 thing on this field. Exposure is exposure. We need that. We need all the exposure we can get. It'd be cool. I mean, we're sitting right out here outside of the Tampa Buccaneers Stadium.
Amazing. And
I wish some of the Buccaneers guys would come. Too bad we can't get a hold of Baker Mayfield.
Looks like All-Stars are down a game. Looks like our camera just got blown up. All-Stars back to out of hand. I think there must have been a flag
All-Stars
reversal.
just lost 2.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're at 15 seconds. It's a 3-point differential.
They're just going to try to not. They're just going to hold the spread, I think.
Yeah, I think All-Stars must have had a dirty hang. That's the only way to explain the score being what it is. I thought we were back.
It might have been a reverse point from malicious intent because
yeah,
I don't know if that's technically a major or if it's just a minor.
it's the ref's discretion how they want to call that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kansas City All-Stars, you were gamers. Really try to fight back on that one. Congratulations to DMG. Well done. And same thing to Shock. Shock Armada, great game. 4-4, bringing it to overtime.
Yeah, that Shock Armada game was a really good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Last shout out to Stick Gun veterans. So
Stick Gun!
Stick Gun. Bring it. And thank you so much, Logan. I appreciate you coming out here. We're going to see you again this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be here.
We're not done with you. We're not done with you.
I'm glad.
I
I got more crap to talk.
All right. Thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of your weekend.